Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry I could not put more videos of antenna designing since many months I believe, but I've seen a few comments since few weeks that people are taking interest in designing antenna. They are watching my videos. So one of the comments says that they want to design a plus shaped antenna, and in my knowledge a plus shaped antenna is a turnstile antenna. Okay, so uh, just to address that comment, I'm making a video on how to design a turnstile antenna on 4NEC2. So before getting into the tool directly, let's first discuss what we are going to do to make a turnstile antenna. So I believe if you guys have watched my video of how to design a half wave dipole, you'll be easily able to understand what we are going to do in this video. Okay, so as you can see on my screen right now that I have made a diagram on coordinate system, on three-dimensional coordinate system. There are two dark lines, they represent dipoles and they are kept over one over other. So one dipole which is labeled as dipole number 1, so that antenna is kept on x-axis and the second antenna is kept on the y-axis. Obviously they are centered around the origin and they are 90 degree to each other because they are on the perpendicular axis. So as always we are assuming that the length we already know of the dipole, we are keeping it 0.46 lambda as you can see here. And because uh, because the length we already know, you know that in 4NEC2 we have to put the coordinates. So what we are going to do is in these two lines we are putting the coordinates, starting and the ending coordinates of these dipoles. So as you can see, the dipole which has to be kept on x-axis, we are keeping it from minus length by 2 to plus length by 2, and the other one, the second antenna, we are trying to keep it on the y-axis, so it is minus length by 2 to plus length by 2 on the y-axis. So and also we cannot intersect these two antennas, because if we intersect, their supplies will also intersect, as you know, in 4NEC2, and they have to be different. So what I have done here is uh, so that the radiation pattern combine with each other also and they do not physically intersect, I have kept a very small distance between these two antennas. And now let's come to the supply, the power supply given to this antenna. So what I am doing here is, the requirement of a turnstile antenna is to keep these two antennas 90 degree out of phase in terms of the supplied phase. So as you can see here, I have given the first antenna as 1 volt 0 degree supply and the second antenna as 1 volt 90 degree supply. So these two antennas are not exactly out of phase, they are 90 degree out of phase. So they are not 180 degree, they are not same phase, they are 90 degree out of phase. Only this requirement will make the turnstile antenna behave as they say in the books and in the theory. So we have to follow this. And then yeah, and also after we design a single turnstile antenna, we'll also try to make a copy of it, because a stacked turnstile antenna works more in a more better way. Because if you see, when we'll design a turnstile antenna, you'll see that it will give exactly spherical radiation pattern, but the gain of the spherical radiation pattern is not good. So in order to increase the gain of this turnstile antenna, we will not use a single turnstile antenna. We'll stack two turnstile antenna one over the other, so that we'll get to know how too many stacks will increase the gain more. And that's what is done in commercial TV transmitting turnstile antennas. So let us start. So I've opened 4NEC2 tool. What I'll do, and I'll also recommend you to do, is open the already designed dipole so that we save few steps. Okay, so I'm opening the editor. Then after that, what I'm doing is opening a already designed half wave dipole. So let's see where it is. It is it's yeah, it's here. It is in, yeah, this one, half wave dipole. So as you can see here also in the figure, that half wave dipole is placed on the y-axis. So what we are going to do is copy these dimensions. See, we are copying these dimensions, this dimension, and we'll paste it to the next line. This will help us in reducing the time. So right now these two line number 1, wire number 1 and wire number 2, they are overlapped over each other. What we want is a dipole which is kept like this and another dipole which is overlapped over this. We'll turn it around, and the second dipole will make it 90 degree. So it's simple. What we are going to do is I'll make this 0 and make this as minus length by 2 and also I'll make this y2 as 0 and make this as plus length by 2. So yeah, also we need to change the tag because you cannot keep two structures with the same tag, right? So that we have done. As you can see here, we can see two dipoles kept over each other with 90 degree angle between them. Also we also planned that we would not intersect these two antennas. So as you can see right now, they are kept exactly on the origin, they pass through the origin. So right now they are intersecting with each other. So to avoid that, what I'll do, I'll lift the second antenna using the z-axis a little bit over the z-axis. So my target is z1. So what I'll do, I'll put this 0.001 as z1 and 0.001 as z2 again. So what has happened, you would not be able to see it right now, but our second antenna is not exactly over the first antenna. It is not intersecting. It is lifted by the distance 0.001 meters. So we are good to go with this turnstile antenna. This is a single turnstile antenna that we have made. So structure is done. Let's go to the source. We have to supply both the antennas separately, right? And we have decided that, so let's make another supply. The second antenna has to be supplied, so let's keep this as tag 2. It has to be supplied at the center, so segment will be 5. And let's keep the voltage as 1. I'll keep imaginary as 0, but what I'll do is I'll change the phase. Either I can change real and imaginary, or I can change phase and magnitude to change the phase of the two supplies. Okay, so that would be easier for me. I told you that I'll give it as 90 degree phase. So as you can see, if I change it to 90 degree phase, see the real is changed here. It has become 6.12, means it has become negligible. You can say it has become nearly equal to 0. So it is 1 and this is j into 1. If you see what I'm trying to say, it is complex numbers. They are 90 degree out of phase with each other. So let's proceed to the next step, that is giving the frequency, and we are good to go with frequency. It is already written as 300 megahertz, so we can go with it. Let's save it with a different name, otherwise our half wave dipole will be replaced, right? So I'll name it as, I'll keep it in desktop. I'll name it as turnstile only. So it is saved. Let's simulate it. Let's simulate it. Let's choose far field antenna, generate. See, here you can see the two-dimensional radiation pattern. I'm pressing the right arrow key. I'm actually holding the right arrow key. You can see that the radiation pattern is trying to become oval, but it is not actually successfully able to do it. So we can imagine that in horizontal plane, this radiation pattern is nearly symmetrical. Also, right now I'm pressing the down key. I'm holding the down key, and you can see there's no change in the radiation pattern. That means that if we are going to see the three-dimensional figure of this radiation pattern, we'll see something like this. Understood? See, but the problem is that a turnstile antenna is meant to radiate on the horizontal plane. because it is supposed to broadcast TV signals, right? But right now what it is doing, it is giving us good gain on the top and the bottom, but you can see this blue color on the sides of this radiation pattern, it's not good. It's giving very, very less gain. So let's close it and do something good with it. Close all the radiations patterns that you see right now. Where is it? Okay, it's gone. So let's change something. Let's try to copy this plus shaped antenna, that is the turnstile antenna, and put it above or below another antenna. Let's make a copy and put it either above this antenna, the existing one, or below this antenna. So to do that, I am copying this and pasting it on the third line, and again you have to rename it as 3, and everything should be same because we are making a replica. Just the thing that has to be changed is this z-axis, because we are trying to lift it up. So the gap between the two turnstile antennas should be at least lambda by 4. So for us, lambda by 4 would be 0.25 because our lambda is 1. Remember, for 300 megahertz, the lambda would be 1 meters. You can calculate and verify. Okay, and this would be again 0.25. So we have made another dipole. See, you can see here, one over the other. We have to make a copy of this dipole which is placed on the x-axis. So let's copy the second number line and paste it over the fourth and the last line. Let's rename it to 4, and let's keep everything intact and just change the z-axis. As you can see, z-axis is already 0.001 and we ought to change it to 0.25. So what we are going to do is we'll add 0.25 to this existing number. So I'll put it 25 here. So it is 0.001 plus 0.25. Again also here, 251. So let's save it and see whether we have done it or not. Yeah. Okay, so there we have two turnstile antenna, the spacing as lambda by 4. So let's supply our top antenna also. For supply also, we'll do this copy paste thing. Sorry, we'll copy and paste and rename the third antenna, because we are saving, we are supplying the third antenna. So third antenna, just name the tag and copy the second supply to the fourth supply and name it as the fourth antenna. So what we are doing here is we already had two supplies. We copied both of them and made 4 supplies. 2 supplies are being supplied to the lower turnstile antenna and the rest of the 2 are being given to the upper turnstile antenna. So I've saved it. Let's see, you can see a small circle here. This circle denotes that we have given the supply. So let's try and see whether it works or not. It is saved. Let's, okay, and you can see here in this small window in between, can you see, it has become more circular, right? It has become more circular. That is the aim of turnstile antenna, to replicate an isotropic antenna. So it is doing it right now in a better way. I'm holding the right arrow key to rotate it on the horizontal plane, and to rotate it on the vertical plane I am holding the down arrow key. You can see it is very, very symmetrical. So as expected, let's see that the 3D radiation pattern of this will look something like this. See this? Can you see this? Yeah, so as you can see, this is trying to become very, very spherical, and that is what we wanted. And as you know that dipole is not very efficient, so any commercial high power transmitter that is transmitting a terrestrial signal, it has to be given with a very high power supply. Right now, as you can see, we have supplied only 1 volt just for the testing, and we wanted to see the real shape, how a radiation pattern actually radiates. So we have done it. I hope you guys uh, will try to make this antenna by yourself. If there is any doubt, please write in comments. I request you guys to subscribe to me so that I get encouraged to make more and more antennas like this. I'll make another series of designing maybe antennas on HFSS and other tools. But why I'm trying to use 4NEC2, because I see very less tutorials of 4NEC2 on the YouTube. So okay guys, bye bye.